Alright guys, let's go on and get started. I do need to change my... There we go. Okay, I was a little concerned about that. It looks like some of my settings didn't aren't matching. Let's try this. That doesn't seem right. There we go. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Alright, so we have all the settings done correctly. So at this point, we're going to go on and start with Japanese 2. So everybody, welcome to Japanese 2. This will, as you can see, this is our first session. I'm gonna have to do some edits for this session, only because, hold on one second. My door opened. Actually, be right back real quick. Let me fix this. Alright, sorry about that. Okay. Let's go back to just chatting, and welcome everybody. We're going to be starting the Japanese 2 section of my Japanese lessons. Now, for those of you that are just coming in, I do recommend you stick with the Japanese 1 part first, and you can find that in my Discord. I've linked it in the chat there. So when you click on that link, it'll send you, of course, to the rules section of my Discord first. And here, we'll do it like this. Once you have accepted the rules, you have to agree to them here using the Jack Love emote. Go to Role Selector and select you would like access to Japanese lessons by selecting Jack Sip. That will bring you here to the resources. If you are still new, if you're new, I do recommend you check these out first. I'm not trying to kick you out, but you may be a little bit lost in the process as we continue on. In the Japanese 1 resources, you'll see that we have the notes for chapter 6, 5, 4, 3, and wow, my mic is really quiet. Do I have to change the settings for everything again? Let's try increasing the gain. Okay. I'm gonna have to mess with this later, guys. I'm sorry. I should have copied the settings that I had before. There should be filters on the mic. Yep, there are no filters on the microphone. What on earth? All right, so I'm gonna deal with this for now. I didn't realize that I would have to make these changes again. I will add one thing though, and that's a noise gate. There we go. Okay, so that's gonna be the first thing I'm going to add. I'll fix that later. But back to what I was talking about. We have chapter 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, as well as the YouTube channel for all the Japanese lessons. You can find them. They look like this. And in this channel, oh no, I guess he stopped streaming. Oh no. In this channel, you'll find the lessons for the previous Japanese session, starting from 1 all the way to lesson 28. There were 28 lessons, and this is the last one. Wow, these were about an hour long. I didn't realize how long these were. But we're currently now going to be starting on Japanese 2. And with Japanese 2, at this point, we should know, we have learned all these kanji. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 50 something. We've learned 50 something kanji. We've learned how to use the initial particles. We've learned how to use this and that. We've learned how to conjugate verbs into both the present, positive and negative, and past and present, yeah. We've learned how to describe the frequency of an activity. We've learned how to ask for an invitation. We've learned how to describe the locations of people and things. We've learned how to describe people or things using adjectives. We started on adjectives. We learned how to express our likes or dislikes using ski or kirai. We learned how to describe activities with others, doing activities with others, like let's play asobi mashou. We've learned how to use te form. This is the big one. If you aren't strong with your te form, I recommend you brush up on that a little bit, because we're going to need it, especially for the later chapters. We've learned how to make a polite request, like te kudasai. We've learned how to ask for or to deny permission. Leon called Fleon. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Tiger Sen and welcome to Japanese too. We've also learned how to describe multiple activities in a sentence by using te form, like watashi wa nihon ni itte takusan tabimono o tabemashita. As well as explain a situation using kara and offer help to someone using mashouka. So if you go in the Discord, you'll notice that we now have the Chapter 7, Chapter 7 notes, and they're right here. And it's currently empty, but I'm going to go over this with you guys. The music's a bit loud in my ear, so I'm going to make an adjustment real quick. I'll have to mess with the settings a bit more later, guys. I didn't realize when I switched that it would do this with the settings. But Leon, welcome in. Welcome to Tiger Sensei. Alright, so let me make this larger. And the first thing I want to show you guys is that this, we're going to begin just like we normally do with the new chapters. We're going to start with vocabulary, and then we're going to learn how to write the kanji for this chapter. We've learned 50-something kanji, and the new kanji, this should make it... Let me see, how much kanji does this make it that we've learned at this point? We will have learned... This will be 72 kanji at this point. Oh, there's a lot. Alright, so first thing, we're going to click on the flashcards. I am going to go over each of the vocabulary words with you, kind of like what I do in the beginning each time, guys. Like my mask? Thank you. I'm going to go through the flashcards first. So we're going to full screen these flashcards and start from the beginning. So in you may have noticed that this chapter is called Family Photo, and I'm going to be adding more practice. How old may I ask? That's actually a Twitch terms of service. I cannot answer that. That's a Twitch TOS violation. You're not supposed to ask that kind of information from people. So for here, my older sister, ane-san. Ane? Ane? And like I said, I'll repeat these so that you guys can follow along with me for those of you that are watching now, or for those of you that will be watching this video later once it's uploaded onto YouTube. So again, this is ane. Younger sister is imoto. Imoto.
Imoto.
Oh wow, it's in English. It's a male voice. I was not expecting that. For those of you that are still trying to learn the hiragana, especially at this point, I recommend that you study the hiragana and have it memorized, especially for Japanese too. You may notice that the vocabulary list that I have. Hey Jesse, welcome back. The vocabulary list that I'm using uses the hiragana, katakana, and it's starting to introduce the kanji. But when I do my lessons, I will be using romanji as well as the hiragana, katakana.
Ane.
Ane. This one, younger sister, imoto. Imoto.
Younger sister.
Imoto.
Did they change the Japanese default voice? Apartment in Japanese is apato. Apato.
Apato. Apato.
I wonder if this is an actual dude saying these. Apato. Song in Japanese. Uta. Uta.
Uta.
Uta.
Uta.
I kind of like the voice better. Grandfather or old man in Japanese. Oji-san. Oji-san.
Oji-san.
It sounds like he is recording himself. This is cool.
Oji-san.
Oji-san. Now be careful. If you say Oji-san instead of Oji-san, you're saying uncle. Younger brother. Ototo. Ototo.
Younger brother.
Oh my gosh.
Ototo.
Older brother. I think they use oni or ani. Or oni-san. Oni-san.
Oni-san.
For man, otoko no ko. Wait, otoko. We learned this one. Otoko. Oh, otoko no hito. They're using the full thing. Otoko no hito. We learned this kanji. We actually learned both these kanji. Otoko no hito.
Otoko no hito.
Otoko no hito.
Otoko no hito.
Older sister, ane. Ane. Or onei-san. Yeah, onei-san.
Onee-san.
Grandmother or old woman, oba-san. Oba-san.
Oba-san.
Woman, onna no hito. Onna no hito. And we learned both these kanji already too.
Onna no hito.
Onna no hito. He says it quickly.
Onna no hito.
Company. We learned the kanji for this too. Company is kaisha. Wait, no, we have not learned this kanji. We learned this kanji this chapter. Kaisha. This is company.
Kaisha.
Kaisha. Kaisha.
Kaisha.
Family. This is kazoku. And I believe for those of you that have been watching Hitsuneko-san, you have learned this recently. Kazoku.
Kazoku.
Hair in Japanese is kami. Kami.
Kami.
Kami could also be paper, it could also be God, so be careful with which kami you're talking about.
Kami.
Brothers and sisters, these are your siblings. This is kyodai. Kyodai.
Kyodai.
Kyodai.
Kyodai.
I hope the sound isn't... Oh, can you guys even hear the sound? Oh no. Retest.
Kyodai.
Okay, you can. I have to turn the YouTube video down then. I'm sorry. Like I have to mess with the settings again.
Kyodai.
There we go. That's better. Mouth in Japanese is kuchi. We learned this. I believe we learned this kanji. Kuchi.
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 Country or place of origin is kuni. Kuni.
Kuni.
Oh man, we have so much vocabulary this chapter. Car in Japanese is kuruma. Kuruma.
Kuruma.
We don't learn this kanji. Game is gameu. What is this system? Gameu. 16-bit. Gameu.
Game.
Convenience store. I believe we learned this one already too. Konbini. Konbini.
Konbini.
We learned this one when we were talking about the location of objects and places. Konbini.
Konbini.
Club activity. This is like an after-school thing, like a extracurricular, I believe. This is sakuru. Sakuru.
Sakuru.
It's supposed to be like circle, I think. I'm not sure the origin for that one. I may have to ask Kitsuneko-san about that. But sakuru. Sakuru.
Sakuru.
Cafeteria or dining commons is shokudo. Shokudo.
Shokudo.
Shokudo. We know this first kanji here.
Shokudo.
That's the same one from like taberu. Shokudo. Then my father. And this is where my Spanish speakers are probably going to be like, what? This is, okay, father in Japanese. My, specifically your own father. This is going to be Chichi.
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 Jesse, if you're listening, I wonder if you're laughing at that. DVD. Oh, they added DVD. DVD in Japanese, it's this DBD. DBD. Look at all that katakana.
DVD.
DVD. DVD. Laughs in Spanish.
DVD.
DVD. My mother in Japanese. My mother, she's smiling because she's funny. Mother in remember, we learned like okasan for mother, but when you're talking about your own mother, it's gonna be haha.
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 Now I in Japanese, me.
Me.
That's me. Glasses. You're gonna use that word me and say megane.
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 I like the voice to this a lot better than the other ones. Bright, smart, or clever. Someone who is bright, someone who is smart. You would say atama ga ii. Like you say atama for head, ga for like the emphasis, and then e for good. So atama ga ii.
Atama ga ii.
Atama ga ii. You're just saying like their head is really smart or really good. Atama ga ii. Cute. I'm surprised we haven't had this one before, but cute is kawaii.
Kawaii.
So not just kawaii, but kawaii. Kawaii. Tall in stature. Someone who is tall. Sega takai. Se being the back, ga the emphasis, and then takai being tall. Sega takai.
Sega Takai. Sega Takai.
Not Sega like the video game, but Sega takai. For short, we're gonna use se ga again, but our adjective would be sega hikui. Sega hikui.
Sega Hikui. Sega Hikui.
Something that's long, we're gonna say nagai. Nagai.
Nagai.
Something that is short. Now remember, this is different from like short in height. This is gonna be michikai. Michikai.
Michikai.
Something that is fast. This is hayai. Hayai.
Hayai.
You may know this one from like hayaku from the anime. Hayai. Hayai.
Hayai.
Hayaku is an adverb, whereas hayai is the adjective. Kind. Someone that's kind. This is, I believe this is a na adjective. Shinsetsu na. Or is this yasashi? Oh, it is shinsetsu. So this is our na adjective. This is going to be shinsetsu na.
Shinsetsu.
They didn't add the na part, but just realize that it's there. Shinsetsu na.
Shinsetsu.
Convenient. This is going to be... What is this? Is that bread? I like how... Why is beer there? How is this convenient? Oh, these are dumplings. Oh, dumplings are convenient. Anyway, convenient. Benri. Benri.
Benri.
Benri. Benri na. To sing. This is our... We learned that song is uta. To sing, the verb is gonna be utau. Utau.
Utau.
So, uta. Then
Utau.
to make it a verb, add that u. Utau. This is a u verb. To put on a hat. This is kaburu. Kaburu.
Kaburu.
This is also an u adjective. It's not a ru adjective. So it would be kabumasu to be kaburimasu. So
Kaburu.
You get to know. Shiriao, I believe. Like to get to know someone. Oh no. I was wrong. Sorry. To get to know, like to know something is shiru.
Shiru.
This is also a u verb, not a ru verb. I know. I think this is shirimasu or shiteimasu. Yes, shiteimasu.
Shiteimasu.
Shiteimasu. It's using the same one from before. We're using shiru, but we're conjugating it into teiru, which is not exactly present progressive. It's a little different in Japanese. I do not know. We would use shirimasen. Shirimasen.
Shirimasen.
To live. This is ikiru? Oh, sumu. To live at some place. To live at a location. This is sumu.
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 To put on items below your waist. This is reminding me I need to study this one. I believe this is haku. So anything below your waist, like jeans will hakimasu.
Haku.
Jeans will hakimasu. Kutsu will hakimasu. I put on shoes and jeans. Jeans to kutsu will hakimasu. Jeans to socks to kutsu will hakimasu. To gain weight, futoru. Futoru.
Futoru.
To be overweight is futotteru. You would use the teiru form for this. Futottemasu. Well, they're kinder to be on the heavy side.
太っています。
Put on glasses. We know glasses now is megane. Put them on is megane o kakeru.
メガネをかける。
Megane o kakeru. Megane o kakeru.
メガネをかける。
Put on clothes above your waist. This is kiru. Like, jacket o kimasu. I believe this is a ru verb. Jacket o kimasu. You could also say I kiru my jacket. If that helps you remember. You kiru your jacket. To work for. This is stomeru. Stomeru.
勤める。
This is specifically you work for a company. There's another word to work, which is hataraku. There is a small difference. Stomeru is like, who do you work for? So, OX kaisha ni stometemasu. To lose weight, this is yaseru. Also a ru verb. Yaseru.
痩せる。
To be thin is yaseteru. Yaseteru. Or yasetemasu.
痩せています。
To get married, kekkon suru. This is our irregular verb. Kekkon suru.
結婚する。
Kekkon suru. Or you can do the opposite, which is rikon suru, which is to get a divorce. But this is ga. Now, you may have known that demo is like the conjunction but ga actually has the same use depending on the sentence. We'll learn about that a little bit later. Not anything or nothing used with the negative. This is nanimo plus the negative form of the verb. So nanimo.
何も。
Nanimo by itself means like nothing. But if like I see nothing, nanimo mimasen. You use the negative of the verb. Nanimo mimasen. Counter for people. This is jin. We learned this before. Jin. Sorry, I'm wrong. Nin. The difference is like when you count 1, 2, 3 people. Hitori, futari, sannin, yonnin, gonin. Then you just use nin the entire
Nin.
time. I just said one person. Hitori.
一人。
2 people. Futari.
二人。
Nothing in particular. Remember, this is used with the negative. This is betsuni. Like betsuni? Like not really.
別に。
Like, are you how are you feeling good today? Not really. So it'd be like, Genki desu ka? Betsuni. Hello, used on the phone. This is moshi moshi. Moshi moshi.
もしもし。
And then, of course. I don't understand the signal. Of course, もちろん.
もちろん。
And then, if you like, this is よかったら.
よかったら。
よかったら. So, よかったら sushi を食べます. If you like, eat the sushi. That will be it for our vocabulary. For those of you that are in the Discord, you can find the link to the vocabulary here at the very top. The next thing we're going to do is to learn the new kanji, and that's all that we're going to do today, because the kanji, learning how to write the kanji does take a lot of time. Currently, you'll see that this is blank. I will be uploading the kanji here after today's lesson. Some of you have been asking me, like, can you show how to learn how to write the kanji again? And the best I can tell you guys is just to watch this video. This video will help you in regard to learning how to write kanji better. So give me one moment. I gotta check on something. Okay, so let me make sure my... Oh, that's what I thought. Okay, so it's not connected. I need to mirror my iPad screen. I apologize because my character here is gonna be like looking down the entire time as I write. I'm gonna be using my iPad for this. Now we're at the point where I'm actually really happy I'm doing these lessons because I get, like, I'm very strong with the elementary Japanese stuff, and this is where I start getting a little not necessarily nervous, but I get to an area where I need to start studying again. So the first thing I gotta remember, how did I do this? The first thing we're gonna do, I'm going to write the kanji. So the first kanji we're gonna learn is kyo. This is capital. So this is going to be kyo. And this means capital. Now, last chapter, before we we learned like east, west, north, and south. So like east was higashi or to. Combine it with capital, you get Tokyo, which is the capital of Japan. It means the east capital. So to write Kyo, we're gonna do ichi, ni, san, shi, go, roku, nana, hachi. So 8 strokes to this one. I'll do this again in, I think I do it in blue. We have ich, ni, san, shi, go, roku, nana, hachi. And then of course we have 1, 2, 3, hold on, sorry. Shi, go, roku, nana, hachi. And this means capital. So for here, I'll just practice writing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have kyo. I wonder if I could share the notes. I'll see if I can share these notes into the Discord for the kanji writing as well. Alright, our next word is ko. Ko. And this means child. This is going to be one of the easier kanji we learn how to write this for this chapter. So it's going to be ichi, ni, san. Again, ichi, ni, san. So, ichi, ni. Now we can use this with like kodomo no toki, kyoko-san. It just means child. You can even use like puppy, which is ko inu. Inu for dog, then put ko in front for child. Ko inu. A kitten would be koneko. So again, we have ichi, ni, san. Ichi, ni, san. Ichi, ni, san. Ichi, ni, san. Got kodomo, koinu, koneko. Our next kanji is going to be chi. Chi. Or sometimes known as sho. Sho. And this means small. Sho. And this is actually one of the easier kanji too. It's going to be ichi, ni, san. Sho or chi. As an adjective, you can use this as chi-sai for small. Chi-sai. Same chi for chibi. Chi-sai. Or shou-shou machi kudasai. Please wait a little bit. I believe we learned how to write... No, we're going to learn how to... We learned gaku, but we haven't learned how to write school yet. Ko kitsune? Don't forget. Hey, kitsune-ko-san. So the stroke order, we have ichi, ni, san. Again, we have ichi, ni, san. Kizuneko-san, 質問がある。After school activity はどうしてサックルで呼びますか? Why is it called サックル? It's like isn't it for like circle? But why is it called circle? Sakuru. Again, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that is Kyo, Ko, Chi, Our next kanji we're going to learn is kai. There are going to be two ways we use this kanji. The first, actually, there are two ways we need to know this. The first one is a, which is for to meet. And the other way is kai. We actually learned the verb to meet, which is au. This is now a kanji we can use for that verb. So if I said like tomodachi ni aimasu, I meet my friends. I can now use this kanji. Ich. Maybe a circle of friends kind of thing. Maybe. Or a circle of students. Ich. Ni. San. Chi. Go. Roku. This one came out really nice. I actually like how I wrote this. Kai. Again, so ich, ni, san, shi, go, roku. I may type this list out in the Japanese 2 section of my Discord in case you guys want to practice writing these on your own time. I do recommend, especially now, because this is now going to be 72 kanji we've learned. So, ich, ni, san, shi. I'm gonna redo that one, that's ugly. Go, roku. And again, for practice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kai. Now, I told you that there are two ways that we're going to be using this. We're going to use this kanji as a, to meet, like au, but also kai, when it's combined with this next kanji. This is the kanji for company, sha. So, sha. And this means company. Sometimes used as ja. Like in jinja for like shrine. So this is gonna be, man, I'm at the point where I need to relearn some of the stroke order for these. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, roku, nana. I actually don't like how I wrote this. Put these two kanji together and you get kaisha for company. Where are my buttons? Here we go. So, ich, ni, up, ni, san, chi, go, roku, nana. So 7 strokes for this one. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, roku, nana. Like I said, put these two together, you get kaisha. San, shi, nana. Shi, go, roku, nana. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, roku, nana. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, roku, nana. Again, these two together. Kaisha. Kaisha-in would be like a company worker. Kaisha is company. Shakai is society, I believe. So like a company where that you meet is like society, I believe. Social. Something social. Shakai. Here, I'll keep that one. Our Takai. Our next one we're gonna learn is our favorite Spanish word for father. It is Chichi. Chichi. Holy. Chichi. So to write the kanji, remember, Chichi is for my father. Specifically, you're talking about your own. So it's gonna be Chichi. It can also be to. And this is father. Masaka. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you use it by itself, it's going to be Chichi. So Chichi wa Nihon ni tsundemas. My father lives in Japan. But if you said Otou-san, you would still use the same kanji, but the reading is different. Otou-san. So ich ni san chi. Ich ni san chi. One second, guys. I'm gonna send a message out. I think I did that right. Okay. So for father, Chichi. And to practice writing again, just be each. Oh, that's red. I don't. Ich, ni, san, shi. Ni, san, shi. Ich, ni, san. Ich, ni, san, shi. Chichi. Now, if we've learned father, we also will have mother. Now remember, mother in Japanese, if you're talking about your own mother, is going to be haha. Haha. But we also know it as ka from like okasa. So it's going to be haha. Oops. Here we go now. Or ka. And this means mother. I hope you guys can read my handwriting. Now, I personally hate writing this kanji. I really do. Because I feel like my balance with this kanji is horrible. So, ich. I'm not happy with this already. Ni. San. Chi. Go. I hate writing this kanji. I think I do a horrible job with it. Anyway, ichi. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Again. Ichi. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Hey Starwolf, welcome in. Yeah, today's the first day of the Japanese 2 lessons. For those of you that want to know what that means, we are still at the novice level. But we're now at like the intermediate novice level. We're in the middle ground. By the time we finish this, we may be entering the intermediate Japanese level. Like, haha. Because, like, even when in Romanji, ha ha ha, but you're actually saying ha ha wa. So for practice, ich, ni, san, shi, go. 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 Haha wa haha. Haha wa haha da. Haha ha 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 ha. Make sure this link works. Hold on. It does. Okay, just making sure. Alright, so we have Chichi. Haha. Our next one, we've learned this word before, but it's we're gonna learn Takai. Takai. And this is just gonna be, it's gonna start as taka, which means tall. We use Takai for like tall, expensive. We're gonna say this actually means high. Oops. So taka. It could also be coal. So high or tall or expensive. Like we learned Takai, like ano computer wa takai desu ne. That computer is expensive. Or we could say somewhat like Kizuneko-san wa se ga takai desu ne. Kizuneko-san is tall in stature. Sensei wa se ga takaku nai desu. I am not tall. To write this one. Ichi. Ni. San. 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 10 strokes for this one. Again. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. A little side note. Ever since Japanese class, I cannot draw squares normal. Kizuneko-san, you are taller than I am. But like, I can't draw a square like this anymore. Like, you know how you do like separate 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't. It's every time I draw a square, if I'm drawing or just like making one in general, it's always gonna be 1, 2, 3. Japanese has ruined squares for me. I think my students said the exact same things to me before. Like, I can't draw squares. Like, normal. Whatever normal is. Anyway, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. You're taller than some. Oh, there's a lot of people taller than me. Anyway, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 Speaking, we're gonna add another kanji next, but I'll talk about that in a moment. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I'm gonna double check. Did we learn gaku yet? I could have sworn we learned gaku. Was that a chapter 6 one? Yes, we learned it in chapter 6. We learned gaku, which is school to school. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. This one is ugly as fuck. Oh my god. I'm gonna leave it, but that one is so horrible. This poor kanji. I messed it up so bad. Look at the horrible balance to it. Our next kanji is going to be coal again. So the first one was coal. This one is also going to be coal. This one is going to mean school. Taka, go home, you're drunk. The coal, go home, you're drunk. So we have Taka and then this, Taka or coal, and then this version of coal, which is school. This one's gonna be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Oops. 8 9 10. If you put these two kanji together, I want you to make a guess. What is coal? Put these two kanji together. What do you get? Coal. What is coal? If this coal means high or tall, and we add school, coal, high school. We have high school from this. Yep, coal is high school. Which is interesting that coal is high school, but if you want to say the other schools, like, if we go back to here, for like, shogakko, for elementary school. You can't just say shoko, I don't believe. It's shogakko, and then middle school be chugakko. Anyway, short order. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Oh, there's only 10. Again. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. You were thinking of Colwen? Oh, for like park. Nope, this one's different. But again, combine this with Kol, and then you would get high school. If you want to talk about like a school in general, you would say Gakko. And if you type that out, it'd be like this. Gakko. I did it in Romanji. That uses the kanji we learned in chapter 6, Gaku, with Kol, and that just means a school, like a general school. 1 2 3 4 7 8 3 4 7 8 9. The next kanji we will learn is mai, and this is another one that I absolutely hate writing. Mai. And this means every. So if I said like every day, it would be mainichi, which we know how to say that in kanji now. Mainichi. If I want to say every night, maiban. If I want to say every month, maigetsu, or is it maigatsu? It's one of those. Maigatsu. Maigatsu. Every week. Maishu. Not my shoes, but maishu. But yes, this is another one that I hate to write. I absolutely hate writing this one. So it's going to be... The first part's easy. So, 1 2 3 I hate this part. 4 5 6 That actually... It looks like a waffle. Like, now I want waffles. I want, like, chicken waffles now. Maitsuki? Is it Maitsuki? That would be like every moon, right? Is it Maitsuki? Or is it like there's Mainichi? I thought it was Maigatsu. I guess it's Maitsuki. Maishu, Maiban. It doesn't really say. Here we go. So, 1 2 3 4 5 6 And again, I hate this. I hate writing these. Like, 1 2 It's this part here. This part. 3 4 I hate the balance. I can't balance those out. 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 2 3 4 5 6 2 3 4 5 6 Look, every time my kai? Every time? My kai? I don't even think that's a word. I still remember my struggle with my and a coin poke? Coin poke? What? A coin poke thing? Now we've been using the word go a lot, like Nihongo, Eigo, Fransugo, Spaingo. We can now use the kanji for go. So this is going to be go. And it means word. A coin park. Coin park. So for go, we're going to use 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 14. Now, I forget how this is divided, but like this part here means to say or to speak. This means 5, and this means mouth. So like to speak with 5 mouths or something. I think that's how they got, or some. I don't know. I don't know if that's the true origin of this. But anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So again, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Go. Like Nihongo. Eigo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like this one's actually like there's a lot of strokes to this, but it's actually pretty. I find it pretty easy and quick to write. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As I like write it quickly. There we go. There we go. Thank you. I'll be here all night. So that is goal. Our next kanji we'll learn is Boon, which is sentence. Boon. We will use this with like sakubun. We'll use this for like bungaku. We use this for like bungaku is like literature, the study of literature. Hey, Firecat. こんばんは。はい、こんばんはです。今、サンディエゴで6時になりました。そして夜です。でも太陽見えます。So, Boon. You can use, it can also be mo, but we're not going to worry about that yet for like moji, for like character. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Mine is ugly, but oh well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Firecat, how are you doing tonight? Like Fire Neko wa o genki desu ne. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. I actually like the first one I drew. Little better. I can breathe okay now. That's good. I keep seeing the nice meals you keep cooking on the Discord server. I'm a little jealous of them sometimes. You aim to please. Alright, so our next kanji, we've learned the word Kaeru, to return. But we haven't used the kanji for it, but now we can. This one, I don't know, for some reason I always liked this kanji, but I believe it's kind of like, it can be kind of intimidating, but this is gonna be kae. And this means to return. There's also ki, which if we add this with country, kikoku, which means to return to your home country or going home, kikoku. Anyway, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For kae. Kaeru. Kikoku. Kikoku sounds more like a noun though. Kikoku. Unless you say kikokusuru, I guess. Going home. So, ichi, ni, san, chi, go, roku, nana, hachi, yu, ju. Just 10 strokes through this one. Ichi, ni, san, chi, go, roku, nana, hachi, yu, ju. 変える。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。3、4、5、8。I'm trying to make it look prettier. 1、2、3、4、5、7、8。Like, I tried too hard in that last one, but it looks kind of rigid. Like, it looks too stiff. Our last kanji for today is hairu, or iru, or or new, and it means to enter. Your mind's out of the gutter. So, like, hi. We will be using, like, ed or e later on. Like, we learned this with, like, to take a bath, like ofuro ni hairu, or like ocha o iraru, to pour tea, or to put tea in. I don't know if you can use this as like boyfriend ni iremasu. I don't know if I use that right. And this is to enter. Anyway, be careful with this kanji because it's very similar to hito. With hito, you draw it like this. You do go to the left and then to the right. But for this one, it's gonna be the opposite. I'm actually gonna start by doing this to make it a little easier. Ich, ni. You can see that they're very similar, but I add this line here at the top to, personally, I do it to help me know the difference. And a lot of other fonts or text will do something similar so that you can see the difference between the two. But ich, ni. Again, ich, ni. So, ich, ni, ich, ni. And then without it, ich, ni, it can be kind of confusing. Ich, ni. And at this point, this will mark 72 kanji that we have learned, guys. I strongly recommend in your, if you've been using notes or a notebook, that try to practice writing these kanji, maybe like 10 times each or so. That sounds very rote, but the more you write it and the more you get used to the stroke order, and as well as the more that you use the kanji, the easier it will be for you to start remembering these words. So, for review, we have Kyo for capital, like Tokyo. 50 times each. Especially since we have, like, how many is on here? 1, 2. There's 14 here, and if you write them 10 times each, that's 140 times you're writing kanji. It's a lot. Anyway, Kyo for capital. Then Ko for child. Ko kitsune, koneko, kitsuneko. Chi or sho for small. My face rate has like flipped out. I don't know what. I don't know what's happening. It doesn't recognize me. What's happening? Oh, it's frozen. And we'll just continue. Then we have a or kai for to meet. Then we have sha for company. Remember, put those two together. Kai sha, you get company. Say it backwards. Shakai, you get society or social. Then we have our parents. We have my father, which is Chichi. My mother, which is haha. Then we have hai for taka or coal. Remember, this also means tall or expensive. Put it together with school, coal, you get coal. for high school. Then we have the kanji mai. Then we have the kanji go for word. Then boon for sentence. So if I say boon, I'll... Let me see if that works for here. Because it's the program itself. Okay, that was kind of freaky. How it just did that. Well, like the slow turn toward the camera was kind of creepy. Not gonna lie. I think it's my camera software itself because it can't detect my camera anymore. Oh well. So we had boon for sentence. So if we say mitsu boon o kaite kudasai. Boon o mitsu kaite kudasai. Like write 3 sentences. Then we have kae for kaeru. And then hai for hairu, as in to enter. And that's actually going to be it for today, guys. Now, in our notes, we talked about the vocabulary for Chapter 7. And I will put the kanji here late after the lesson so that you guys can use this as a review for next time. I know my face rig is frozen. That's unfortunate. But at this point, we're going to go off and I think we're going to raid out. Thank you guys for coming in for session 1 of Japanese 2. I do have some news though. I have been looking for a high school Japanese job, well, just a job with Japanese in general. And I found that there are many in Los Angeles, so I applied to several of those. I did apply to one in Fairfax, Virginia, and I actually got a reply from them already. And they're like, we could use a Japanese teacher, but the position is only part-time. And I'm like, I can't do part-time teaching. The pay is really bad to be a part-time teacher. However, because I can teach English and English as a second language, English or English as a second language, I can fill up my FTE to get full-time from that, hopefully. And it goes on, what the heck? Where did that come from? Visible concern. Is it because it has... We're talking about family pictures for this one. I may have to draw a family for my picture, or maybe just like use one to describe one, because we're going to be talking about members of our family using what we've learned thus far. But yes, for like practice, I recommend you guys write the kanji that we've learned 10 times each. Other than that, there is another Japanese job that is opening up. It's in a nearby school district from me. But it's only elementary, and in order to do that, I think I would need an elementary certification also, because it's an immersion school where I would basically teach like math or science or history in Japanese, but I don't have that background. I have news to share, not nudes to share. Oh my gosh. Neko-san, motto kikima. Listen better. Kiku no ga jouzu desu ka? Are you good at listening? Alright, so, Kizuneko-san, I don't think you're streaming just yet. It is Manabu Monday for you guys, but I think you're still at work. I don't know. So we're probably going to raid out to someone else first. Let's see. Who is available? Yeah, it is very early for Kizuneko-san. I was going to raid out to Hackbolt, but it looks like they've stopped streaming. It also looks like my guildmates have started their trial Savage run. I don't know if I want to raid out to Final Fantasy right now. Someone needs to be in horny jail. I'm here. You're still updating your software? Okay. Firecat, are you yeah, Firecat's in here. Firecat's not streaming. Let's go on and raid out. Let's raid out to Tremor again tonight. He's been kind to me. Especially since I've been going through a lot of shit in my mind. Anyways, so / raid to Tremor the Wolf. Our raid message, he's currently playing Dead, what is this game? Dead what? Dead Island. So our raid message should be here.
It is expensive, good lord.
Our raid message is going to be / Phoenix down to the Dead Island kind of thing. So
Pissed.
I can hear Zathium.
He's pissed.
Here we go. So Phoenix down to the Dead Island. This is gonna be our raid message. Thank you guys for coming in for today's Japanese lesson. We will continue on Wednesday with our first bit of grammar. Thank you guys for coming in. I'll catch you guys later.
Like, chink, chink. Do we need 2 boxes? I think you could just get. Yeah, I could just get up here with 1. Where?
Ooh, he's skinny.
It's candy.
Jack, coming in with the rated 5. How's it going, buddy? What's going on, man? Let me get you a shout out here real quick.